Let's go to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Ian is next. Hi, Ian. Leo Laporte, the tech guy.
Hi, Leo. So I'm going to Japan in September, and I was looking at getting something like Google Glass for first-person photos. I wasn't sure if you... Excuse me, I'm a little nervous. Wasn't sure if you knew of anything similar or... Glass.
Yeah, I wouldn't get Glass. It's $1,500, which is a little pricey. A lot of people...
I saw one on Craigslist for $500.
Oh, yeah. I bet you... You know what? I bet you there's a brisk market of people trying to get their money. It used to be you couldn't transfer Glass. It was tied to a Google account. I don't know if that's still the case. So I might be careful about that. When they first came out, it was tied to your account and you couldn't give it to somebody else. There was one and only one account I could use. But maybe that has changed. I'd have to ask around. I don't know anybody who still uses Glass. I'm not sure that's the best way to do it because you look kind of dopey for one thing. And it also puts people on their guard because they think you're taping them all the time. So would you want to take pictures all the time or just once in a while? I mean, what is it that you're thinking to do?
Well, I was thinking for like first person, like it's great to have a camera phone, but that's always taken aback or you're at an angle or something. But right. So I could have like my experience in Japan.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool? There is a device that you wear around your neck. I'm not sure I'm not sure I'd 100% recommend it because unfortunately it's very unobtrusive. You could actually clip it on a collar, and it takes a picture every I think 30 seconds, and stores it up on a server, or you can have it copied to your phone, or you could it has its own memory. And the idea is it's what we call a life cam. The idea is it's going to record your life every 30 seconds, so you don't even have to think about taking the picture. It's the only issue I have, and I had one. The only issue I had with it is the angle is a little weird because it's on your chest. So the device is called the Narrative Clip. And at least you could look on the website and see if it's what you want. It's getnarrative.com. I use the original. But they've come out with another version of it. It's a fairly wide-angle camera. You see, it's very small if you go to the website, and unobtrusive. And so you can clip it on your pocket. You could clip it on a collar. It has an 8-megapixel camera, which is about the same as the Google Glass. I would say it's actually probably a little better than Google Glass. It can also do video. It has a GPS built into it, so all the pictures you take are tagged with your locale. And then you can either upload it with Wi-Fi or use Bluetooth and send it to the phone, which will upload it. So the theory behind this is it's constantly watching what you're doing, taking a picture from your point of view, kind of what you just described. And it comes from this kind of interesting philosophy or idea that a guy named Gordon Bell came up with, of recording every moment of his life and just having it forever. So this would be one way to do it, and it's from getnarrative.com. I don't think they're I think they're a little pricey. Well, not that bad. $200. That's a lot better than a Google Glass, okay?
Yeah.
And it's as good as Google Glass, and has the same issue, which is the Google Glass is aimed at wherever your right eyebrow is aimed. This will be aimed wherever your chest is aimed. But it does, unlike Glass you have to trigger it. Now, you could trigger it with a wink or a tap, but Narrative Clip just takes a picture every 30 seconds, just takes another picture. And what you get is kind of interesting. You get this kind of animated video of your life as you walk through it. I like the idea. I'm not sure. It wasn't for me, let's put it that way. Now, there are other options. Of course, there's things like, they call them action cams, like the GoPro, which you can, it's not unobtrusive, but they're designed to be worn. You'll see people wearing GoPros on all sorts of equipment as they bicycle or do extreme sports or surf. They take really good pictures. They can be set to take pictures automatically, or you can use your phone to trigger it. I think that would give you the best picture quality. And often people use it for 4K video of them surfing or jumping off of mountains and things like that. Those are called action cameras. Let me think if there's another. Do you want it to take pictures automatically, or do you want to do it when?
Well, I was thinking like I could trigger it, like if we're planning on doing a few things, so like that way I could just I saw glass, you tap on it, or like a Pebble watch, I could press a button there.
Right. Yeah. If you had. Yeah, I mean, iPhone also does that with their Apple Watch. And Android Wear, actually, I think you could trigger a picture with the watch. So you could have a camera, a smartphone in your pocket with the camera sticking up and do that as well. You should be aware, I don't know, but somebody in the chat room is saying that there are consent required laws in Japan. It may be that the rules of taking pictures are different. In the U.S., if you take pictures in public, you don't have to require permission. It may be different in Japan, so I would inquire first about the local rules there.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there are live streaming cameras, a variety of those as well. In fact, that's going to be something I think that's going to take off. We've already seen it in events in Turkey, in other situations where people fire up Periscope on Twitter or Facebook's Facebook Live. YouTube's going to add this capability. Your YouTube app, in the next month or so, maybe sooner, will have a record and upload live button that will let you stream live. I think that's interesting. There's one other thing I'm really kind of excited about. Samsung mentioned this when they announced the Galaxy S7. I'm sure they'll mention it again. They have a big event coming up August 2nd to announce the Note 7, their giant phone. They have a 360-degree camera. It's small. It's about the size of a GoPro, maybe, a little bit bigger than a golf ball. And the idea of that is it can stream live to this. You have to have a Samsung Galaxy phone, an S7, or I'm sure the Note 7 will do this. Stream live to the phone, which will then stream to the internet. And it's not just a straight-ahead camera. It's a 360-degree camera. There's an advantage to that because you don't have to aim it. It gets everything all the way around you. I use a Ricoh Theta S camera, which I love, about $350 that does live video or stills or records video. In fact, if you go to my YouTube channel, I recorded some video on the last cruise we took earlier this year, youtube.com/Leo Laporte, of 360 degrees. And as you're watching the video on YouTube, you can scroll around. You can see what's behind me, what's in front of me, what's to my left, what's to my right. Those are kind of interesting. Samsung's just released a 360-degree camera to go with the Galaxy S7 that will do that and do it live as well. In fact, the video they showed at the Samsung event was some buddies who had gone to Paris. They had to leave one of their pals at home. He couldn't go. So they fired up the 360-degree camera as they're walking down the Champs-Élysées, and their buddies at home wearing the Galaxy Gear VR, which is their 360-degree virtual, immersive video viewer. And he's with them, and he's talking to them on the phone. He's saying, "What's over there?" And they're looking. That's kind of an interesting idea, this telepresence idea. So there you go, a bunch of stuff. We'll put all the links to the various things I mentioned in the show notes. TechGuyLabs.com. Pretty much, there's nowhere you can go without being on video these days. That's good, and that could be bad. Leo Laporte, the Tech Guy.